Hello. Is this thing on? I said, hello. Is this thing on? What is good, guys? It's your boy, Persona of Gaming with Persona, and welcome to a new episode of When Persona Speaks. And no, you're not dreaming. This is definitely not a dream. Your boy Persona is definitely here, and I have to give myself a round of applause. I have to give myself a round of applause because it's definitely been quite a while, quite a long, long while. And a lot of things, a lot of things have been happening. Quite a while. Different. Oh no. Quite. My sound. A lot of things are, a lot of things have been happening. A lot of things are new and changed and different, and a lot of things going on in the gaming industry and all types of stuff, man. It's just a lot going on. But it's definitely great to be here Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Really, really, really good to be here. Happy to be here. Also, a big round of applause to you guys, man, because you guys are always appreciated. You guys know that. But yeah, your boy Persona, he's been on a bit of a hiatus. That's what we'll call it. Kind of just enjoying the summer, enjoying the real world, and obviously still gaming, of course, and it's been great, honestly. Like, I remember I was talking to Barry about this, but like being away from like YouTube and social media, and just like I kind of just took a break from everything. I was like, man, I need a break from all this. This stuff is, so I like just have kind of just having a break from everything. Really was great. It really was good. Like I just was just regular. Like it was, I chilled a lot and went out, and my summer's been like really good too. Like it's been really relaxing. Been doing a lot of fun stuff. I met quite a few new like dope people that have become friends and stuff. I'm talking obviously real life, of course. Um, it's been obviously, like I said, still playing video games, still I still game or whatever. But the summertime, I feel like the summertime is definitely a time where you definitely want to be out more. You definitely want to go out and do things and have fun in like the real world and whatnot. And that's something I was like, at like the beginning, I was like, let me. I want to take a break from all this stuff, take a break from social media. And then, like, the thing about social media too, that's kind of just like, it's at least for Twitter. Well, I don't want to. Is it all of social media? I don't know. I'll say Twitter. I'll just stick to Twitter for this rant, I guess. But just being away is just like a great thing. Like, not but you don't really have to like look at it. And, social media is not necessarily a thing that I was addicted to or anything like that. But just straight up being like, yo, just remove that. Like the first month, I I wasn't even on the app. Period. Like I wouldn't look at anything because it was like, you kind of see so much bullshit on Twitter, and it's just like, I don't really want to look at that. I really don't want to look at this. Like it's, it kind of just gets annoying. So it's like, let me delete this. This is definitely something, can be deleted for a little bit. Then I reinstalled it, and I was like, I'll just like, certain posts that I see or whatever, and slowly kind of came back, and slowly was trying to get back into the spiel of things. But I definitely took a break from that. And then, like I said, with YouTube, for those that don't know, for those that are not aware, which I think everyone should be aware by now. Especially I made the announcement on both the Mog and my personal Twitters. But for those that don't know, Mog and Friends is obviously no more. That's definitely been like that for quite a while now. It's been like 3 months, 4 months now, I think. Maybe a little more, a little less. I could be off on the time, but that podcast, that group of, that portion of it is definitely that has come to an end. But that's I'm not going to get into the details of that because that can be an entire podcast in itself, honestly. But it's definitely a difference, not having to, do the podcast on Saturday mornings at this time. It's where we would normally be starting it. But, not having to do the podcast on Saturday mornings definitely does free you up a bit. Not having to dedicate to show outlines and stuff, creating show outlines and stuff like that. Definitely frees you up just a little bit, So yeah, the podcast obviously is no more. And that's indefinitely. There's no break. There's no break or nothing like that. It's definitely that portion of it is definitely over. At least with that group of people. But that does not mean that Mog and Friends can't come back in the future with a new crew. But for me, it's like with YouTube, with podcasting, like one thing I do love to do, I do love to speak my I like to give my thoughts. And and I won't lie, because even though wasn't really on social media or like doing podcasts or anything like that, I definitely was keeping up with gaming news, and it's definitely been a few things. Some things I won't be able to get to here, but there's definitely been quite a few things that I wanted to talk about. I'm like, damn, man, this would be I would love to do a podcast and talk about this, and whatever. But, I kind of just like, what, nah, I'm good. I'll just, I'm gonna kind of take a step back. So that's kind of what I did. But listen, guys, it was so much stuff that I definitely wanted to talk about, and obviously it didn't happen. But that there's still plenty of news and plenty of things that's definitely going to be coming out between now and the end of the year, or between now and PS5 and the next gen consoles and whatnot. It's just so much news that will come. So there'll definitely be a lot of things to talk about. But I have still been watching like certain podcasts. Certain people that I do watch their podcasts. Like I still watch Barry's podcast and streams when he does it. Sick Humor when he does his podcast and things like that. I always stop by and listen in on that. So I always stop by, like BG's podcast from time to time and whatnot. Just a few podcasts I still kind of listen to. But for me, podcasting to a degree was like, kind of put on hiatus. I'm like, let's take a break. But we are slowly but surely coming back, and this episode 29 of When Persona Speaks is kind of that, kind of easing my way back into doing podcasts and whatnot. Now I'm not sure if When Persona Speaks would be on Thursdays, which was normally when it was. Just because like during the week I'm like super busy. With like work and like real life stuff, and a lot of things I kind of have in motion right now that I'm dealing with or doing. So during the week, so probably Saturdays around this time would probably be the more ideal thing that I would probably do. Just bring When Persona Speaks to the old Mog and Friends time slot, and just let this be the podcast. So yeah, that's kind of it's kind of a brief update. In terms of real life, though, like I said, I've been going out and working, working like crazy, and not like crazy. I kind of, I took some time off and made sure I relaxed and enjoyed the summer. But been working, and what else have I been doing? Going out, and working on like my career and stuff like that, doing like career things, building up the career and whatnot. Yo, Garuda, what is good? Shout out to Garuda coming through. Appreciate you, brother. Um, yeah, I really have just been enjoying the summer. Like I really have just been enjoying this weather, the people, the environment, things like that. So that's always a great thing. But well, we'll talk more about that probably later. Uh, it's a few things today that I definitely want to touch on and talk about. Some of the stuff may be older than what we're accustomed to. Like, so I see the PS4 selling 100 mil. I think that news came out like 2-3 weeks ago, but it was definitely something that I had to slip it in there because I just, you feel me? I have to give my quick little 2 cents on that because I'm not, I'm not surprised, and I'm pretty sure uh, everyone that read this news is not surprised. But we will touch on that. Obviously, the COD review happened. I think it wasn't it probably was it last week. I think the COD review was last week or the week before. But I definitely wanted to give my thoughts on that. So we'll definitely be looking at a little bit of gameplay and talking about that. Gamescom is next week. Definitely want to give my thoughts on that. What I want to see. What will be there. Won't. Now, violent video games. This is something that I was thinking about, and I'm like, we've talked about this so much, and it's always the same outcome of what either we agree, like, whatever. But I'm what I'm gonna say about it will definitely it'll kind of close out, like, that whole argument, but it'll definitely it'll be good. So let's start with the PS4 selling 100 mil. Uh, who's surprised here? I'm not surprised that PS4 has sold 100 million. Because again, let's just go back in time, guys. Let's go back in time here. If you go back and look at the last 3, last 3 years, because Horizon came out in 2017, right? Let's look at the last 3 years, guys. The last 3 years of the PlayStation 4 has been monumental to the success of the PlayStation. Some of the greatest games to come out this generation, and I'm not just speaking for PlayStation 4, I'm speaking overall. Some of the greatest games to come out this generation came out within the last 3 years of the PlayStation's life. Not saying that the beginning of the PlayStation's life wasn't good. It was great. I'm not saying that. But when we look at the games that have released, again, Horizon, Zero Dawn, God of War, Spider-Man, those each came out. I think Spider-Man came out last year's, God of War came out last year, and Spider-Man came out that last year as well. Horizon Zero Dawn came out in 2017. Something else came out in 2017 as well. Garuda said, I like samurai games and own 7 swords. Does not mean I want to go outside like Zoro from One Piece. Exactly, Garuda. We're going to touch on that. Trust me, because you are speaking nothing but facts. That is the truth. But some of the greatest games have released on the PlayStation 4 in the past 3 years. Games that really are critically acclaimed. Games that I would even go as far as saying genre defining to a degree. Like this Spider-Man game that we just recently had is probably the best Spider-Man game in my opinion. I'm speaking from my opinion at least. This Spider-Man game is the best Spider-Man game we've ever gotten. Combat wise, story wise, traversal, just everything about the game is perfection. God of War. Not saying the old God of Wars aren't great. They are classics and they are legendary in their own right. But this God of War that we just got, the new one, it's probably the best God of War to ever release. Story, combat, graphics, whatever you want to. Amazing. Black Star Ghost should be a PS5 exclusive in my opinion. Yo, Black Star Ghost, what is going on, bro? Yeah, I agree. Ghost. I think Ghost of Tsushima definitely will be a PS4. I think it's still going to be PS4, PS5. I don't think that's going to be just PS5. And I think even when it does come out on PS5, it's still definitely going to be. It's gonna look good. Like what we seen on stage, if it comes out on PS5, it's probably gonna be just as. It's gonna look just as good, if not better. But, uh, you know, and then infamous. I mean, not infamous. Horizon Zero Dawn, which is arguably one of, like, that game is so beautiful. The story is really good too. Combat is great. It's a very different approach to combat too. Like you fighting robot animals really with a bow and arrow, with different bow and arrows. And when you hear that concept, you're like, what? You kind of like think like, what? But then when you play the game, because I ain't gonna lie, when they were talking about that with Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm looking with the side eye like a little bit like, what are you talking about? Like really, just the bow and arrow, no guns or nothing. And yo, it worked a lot better than what I'll admit that a lot better than what I thought it would have. And I ended up falling in love with that game. So, PS4 hitting 100 million is definitely not a surprise. I do think that by the end, and when I say end, like I mean when PS5 releases and, we kind of start transitioning. So I think between now and when PS5 releases, I can see PS4 probably getting to, I want to say like 110, maybe 115 million. That's, only reason why I say it is because Death Stranding is definitely going to push numbers. That's definitely going to pull a lot of people in. Just there's a lot of people that say, oh, I don't like Ghost. I don't like, people think Kojima's overrated. Whatever case may be, you can think and feel however you want. People are still intrigued by this game, because there's still millions of people out there that don't know what the hell this is, but still want to get it. Like people are very intrigued by mystery, So I got to give it to Kojima on that aspect of it. So I definitely see Death Stranding pulling a lot of people in, and then The Last of Us 2. Like people are waiting for this. You feel me? I know there are people out there that are holding off on buying a PS4 until Last of Us 2 comes out. Last of Us 2, listen, Last of Us 2 is going to do some serious numbers. Like we're talking, that's doing some double-digit numbers. Trust and believe. That's doing double digits. What else is coming out? As far as Ghost of Tsushima, I don't know or think Ghost of Tsushima is going to be coming out. I think it is coming out on PS4, but I don't think we're going to get. I think that's going to be like a holiday 2020 title. I don't even think that's coming out at the beginning of the year. I don't know. Just they're too quiet. But then again, Sony is going to be at Gamescom, and they're supposed to be showing some new and exciting things. So, that kind of has you thinking like, what could they be showing? Because we've seen so much of Death Stranding already. We've seen a good portion of gameplay from The Last of Us. They could probably still, I wouldn't mind seeing more of that, but then again, it's like, if you're going to show me more, you got to show me more with a release date. If there's no release date, then I'm kind of like, Excuse me. I can see us seeing more Ghost of Tsushima gameplay as well. But I feel like, again, if they're going to show us some gameplay at Gamescom, I kind of want to see a release date too. Because what they showed at E3 last year, or was that this year? No, last year. What they showed at E3 last year with Ghost of Tsushima was definitely great. Was definitely really, really great. I can see them showing a little bit more off, kind of giving you a better idea of like how the mechanics in the world will flow, and probably give an update on like how development's been going, because they've been pretty quiet too. Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch have kind of been like really, really quiet right now. You see little things here and there, but nothing substantial enough to where it's like, oh, this is happening, But I definitely still see, if they are going to be at Gamescom, I see Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima being the two highlight games that they do show, if anything. They may show Concrete Genie or some stuff like that. But that's definitely something that we'll have to see. But PS4 selling 100 million. I think it's gonna sell 115 million by the time it will be at 115 million by the end of its life cycle. Maybe 120 if they keep it selling, because normally once the PS5 comes out, they'll probably sell the PS4 for like another 3 years. Because I think they sold the PS3 for like 2 or 3 years into the PS4's life cycle before they discontinued it. So I can see PS4, especially if they give it like a deep discount, and PS4 be $200 like indefinitely, or 150 if for the slim. Yeah, like 150 for the slim, 200 for the pro, indefinitely. I could definitely see it flying off shelves. And people really like going out in droves to pick it up. So that's why I said like between 115 and 120 million before the end of its life cycle, which is pretty damn good if you ask me. I mean, it's been kicking ass all this time, and PS5, with the way Sony has been talking about the PS5, it seems like they are definitely in the same boat where they're gonna like really put a lot of support and time into building that PS5 brand, like just super, it's gonna be like just super gamer friendly, which I'm happy about. So only time will tell. But PS4 selling 100 million. Go PS4. Round of applause for PS4. Big round of applause. PlayStation, those boys over there, they are doing everything right when it comes to gaming. Don't debate me. Yo, speaking of which, man, I retired from debating too, man. I retired from debating, man, because I'm just like, why? why debate anymore? Like, when you look at like how things are right now, why would you debate like gaming? Like, there's nothing to debate. Like, PlayStation 1. That's it. PlayStation's first and the Switch is second. That's it. There's nothing for me to debate. There's no point in me debating. But let's move on to this Call of Duty, because trust and believe, I definitely want to talk about this, man. I want to talk about this. So, we know that COD is coming out October 25th, 2019. I had to think about what year we were in. My God. But we also got the COD reveal some time ago, about 2 weeks. I want to say 2 weeks ago. We got this huge COD reveal where COD was talking about, they showed off all types of amazing things. They did show the collector's edition, which I'll put up in just a second. Let me see. Modern Warfare collector's edition. COLE. I forgot to spell collector's edition, guys. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. I spelled Modern Warfare. I spelled Modern wrong too. Oh my God. ERN. There we go. Collector's edition PS4. There we go. So yeah, they're definitely gonna have the special editions. Where's the pictures of it? Oh, there's a bunch of different modes. So yeah, they definitely gonna have they announced the special editions. They announced the different modes in the game, how the game's gonna work. It was a bunch of different things that they announced, which I definitely was intrigued by. If they would let me, they won't. Like, I'm trying to look for a picture of it, and they won't let me show. Oh, here we go. Let's see if Call of Duty has it. Yes, they do. They do got it. So, a bunch of different pictures. I mean, they showed off like a bunch of different things for the game, which is really dope. A lot of things I do like, a lot of things I don't like. We'll definitely get into that as well. As soon as they really won't show me physical. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to find the physical. I'm trying to find like the. I'm trying to find a picture of the collector's edition so I can show you guys, and they won't show me that, which is what I'm trying to find right now. Here we go. Can I make this? Can I enlarge this? Okay, I can enlarge this. This is great. Going off to a great start, Persona. Great way of you coming back. Okay, so this is gonna have to. So this is gonna have to be that. But yeah, so COD. They showed a bunch of stuff with COD, and a lot of stuff I was liking, a lot of stuff I wasn't really feeling too much. A few of the things that I did like, which we'll get into in a second, is the fact that uh, it looks the game definitely because they updated the engine, so it's definitely something that I'm like, okay, I'm really digging this. I'm about to show some gameplay while we talk because it'd be easier for me to kind of point out what I'm talking about if I'm able to show some gameplay. So Azir Cave, this is where they at right now, but some of a lot of the things that I was definitely digging was like again the movement. Like the movement definitely does look good. And one of the things with me and Call of Duty, and I play COD for multiplayer. Like I'm not going to sit here and be one. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, COD for the story. I don't listen. I don't care about any of that. Okay, trust and believe. I do not care about no story in COD. At least not after Modern Warfare 2. I'm not. I'm not gonna say I don't care. I just don't play Call of Duty, or I don't buy Call of Duty for that. That's pretty much what it is. But uh, things that are very important to me when it comes to Call of Duty, gunplay. Gunplay is probably the top of the list. It's definitely something that I'm like that has to be on point. I'm very adamant about those types of things. I'm definitely the gunplay has to be good. The next thing has to be movement. Movement mechanics have to be very fluid. It has to flow very well. Um, COD is pretty good about that. I don't really, I never really had like too many complaints about that because again, you have perks and things like that that can, uh, change up how you move and things like that. So COD's always been good about that. But gunplay mechanics, kill streaks is another one where I'm just like, I'm a little, I love my kill streaks. I get a lot of kill streaks. If you watched any COD matches I've done streams on or whatever, I'm a man that gets kill streaks. I love the kill streaks. The kill streaks in this game definitely do look really fun. They, what's that? I think it's called the white phosphorus striker or whatever. That looks pretty cool. The Juggernaut. Again, that's gonna be a monster. That looks cool. A lot of the kill streaks do look good. One of the kill streaks I don't like is definitely that personal UAV. That's useless to me. That will never get used. Speaking of UAVs, the fact that there is no mini map in this game, Activision, if you're listening, Infinity Ward, if you're listening, cut the bullshit. Okay, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Cut the bullshit. Okay, like listen. I get what you're trying to do. I get what you want to do, but stop the bullshit because you playing games right now. Okay, put the mini map in the game. Okay, put it in the core like it should be. You understand? And let it not be in hardcore like it always been. When you start putting too many different seasonings into the pot or taking out too many seasonings that's already in the pot that makes the soup good, you end up getting some bland bullshit. And right now, you taking some too much salt out the soup. You feel me? It's too much seasonings and stuff out the soup. Let's put the noodles and chicken back in there. A little bit of salt, a little pepper. You taking out too much. So let's put that back in there. You feel me? But the kill streaks do look good. The movement looks good. The guns. Now the guns, they show quite a few of the guns, which I do like. And the guns look great. Like, my P90 is back. I think the M16 is back, which are like, those are like standard issue. But there's quite a few guns in the game that I do like. I think what gun is this he's using? I can't place what gun this is he's using. This guy in the gameplay is using right now. But it looks, it's a good gun. The customizations, like to create a class, they definitely took away the pick 10, which I'm a bit indifferent about, just because I like the pick 10 from Black Ops a lot, actually. But with the level of customization and what they're trying to do with this game, when it comes to creating a class, if they said that they're taking away, there's no limits, there's no, they want you to be able to create your ultimate class of what you like, which I like that aspect of it as well, because it kind of puts everybody on the same playing field, where it's like, everyone gets a tactical, everyone gets a grenade, everyone gets this, that, and the third. So, it's definitely something where I'm like, I accept this, I like this. And then the fact that there's also going to be so many so many attachments that you can choose from for your guns, that actually they matter, and they make they benefit your guns to a substantial degree, is definitely something that, again, I welcome, because it promotes, it gives you more freedom to be more strategic in how you create your guns, how you want to run your setups for different types of things, like headquarters or or TDM, or whatever the case may be. Garuda says, I sometimes play COD with no audio while listening to music. I need a mini-map to see where my teammates are at. Not everyone listens to the in-game audio. That is true. That is very true. Sometimes, especially if I'm playing solo, I'll definitely play with some music on. And I definitely use that mini-map a lot. Even outside of just that, though, Garuda. When it comes to, like, COD, and Bari can tell you too, because me and Bari play COD quite a bit. When it comes to Call of Duty, you gotta be like, I call out a lot. I do a lot of call outs, or Bari will do a call out, and I'll look on the map and see, okay, this is what he's talking about. Let me go here, or this is where he is, or this guy is behind us. Let me pay attention. The map is more than just. I like, when I play COD, I run and I look at the map. I don't run and look at the screen all the time. I run and look at the map. That's how I play. And I've played like that for years. And the reason why I run and look at the map is because it lets me know where a team enemy could potentially be, but I also know where my team is and where I don't need to be. Cuz I'm a lone runner. I'm a lone gunsman. So, like, wherever my team is, that's where I don't need to be. Because if the team is here, then that means that the enemy is here, wherever. So that's where I need to be. And I'm a runner. I'm a runner when it comes to these FPSs. I do the same thing in Destiny. Wherever the team is, I'm not trying to be there. I don't want to be there. That's not where I need to be. And the map kind of helps me. The map helps me maneuver the map efficiently. You feel me? If I know where my team is, then I know where I don't need to be. If an enemy shoots his gun off, I know where the team could potentially be flanking and how I want to set it up. You feel me? If when obviously when a UAV is up, you'll know where people are regardless. But if someone does a call out, like if Barry goes, oh, yo, he's to the left, right near the building, and he's shooting at somebody. It better helps me pinpoint where the enemy is and how I need to maneuver so that I can get the enemy. The mini map, there's a lot of value in that mini map, and again, call outs are very important in COD. And I feel like not having the mini map will make it a bit more difficult doing callouts, which I honestly I don't like. Again, I'm not a fan of them removing the mini map. I do hope that when the full game does come out, that they do put the mini map back. But the beta comes out September 12th. I'm definitely going to be playing the beta, and I'm pretty sure the beta is probably not going to have a mini map. So if the beta doesn't, you definitely will be getting my thoughts on how, I'll probably stream it and whatnot too, but I'll definitely give my thoughts on like how the experience is. But I already know how the experience is going to be just because I've played hardcore, and I don't like hardcore for a number of reasons. One of which is I feel like hardcore is like, that's like some true noob shit. But outside of that, the no mini map and all, I just don't like hardcore. It's just not fun. But yeah, this COD, it looks, you know what, with this Call of Duty, it looks like they really are trying to change a few things, and it does look like they really are trying to do something different. Not so different where it doesn't feel like COD, but it does look like they're trying to let the game look and feel different, but still play the same. If that makes sense, because even how they run is a little bit more realistic, and how he maneuvers his guns is, how he's handling his guns looks more realistic, and it looks a little more fluid than what we're used to with COD, and them updating the engine and making the engine much more better, like fine tuning it or rebuilding it from the ground up, or however they're doing it. Those are things that I welcome, because I'm just like, yo, this is great. Give me that. These are things that I've wanted for COD for quite a while. Like, especially the updated engine. I've wanted that for quite some time. So the fact that we're finally getting that, I'm happy. You feel me? Wait till the campers get in the game. No minimap will just make people camp more. COD already has a hard body problem with campers. Yeah. I definitely do think no minimap would make it harder to kind of pinpoint campers or try to kind of call out campers for teammates and stuff like that. I agree there, Garuda. I also, I know how to camp myself, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. So it's like, someone wants to camp, I can camp right with you, bro, and we can have this camp fest. But it's still really, really good. The COD, like I said, COD looks great. I think he just picked up the AK-47 right here. No, that's the AK-7 for you. Yeah, that's the AK-7 for you, which I like this little side view thing that you can do now for corners, because I'm definitely gonna be doing that a lot, especially the way I maneuver, walking around corners. I will definitely be looking out the corner like that and shooting people. Believe me, that portion of it. Ooh, that was a good triple kill. Ooh, that was vicious right there. I like that. I'll definitely be doing that little side view thing on the corners, because listen guys, your boy know how to play COD, man. Your boy definitely know how to maneuver these maps. Yo, this guy is oblivious right here, bro. Wait a second. Wait a second. Did you see this? Yo, how did my man... Yo, is he playing bots or something? How did my man's not... Yo, and that gun has no... Hold on, let me see if that gun... Because, I ain't got the sound on. Let me see if this gun is a silencer or not. That ain't no silencer. This actually... Guys, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Yo, peep this, alright? So, he's shot, right? He's about to shoot this guy right here. He's shooting him, right? He's shooting him. That's the enemy. That's the enemy right there, guys. That's the enemy. The enemy is around this dude the entire time. My man's literally just shot his boy over here. Had there been a mini-map, him not using a silencer and there being a mini-map, I guarantee you this dude right here would have known that this dude was right here near him and would have killed him. Because look, my dude, what the hell? How did you not, even still, like, even if there was no map, how you still not see him, bruh? What the hell was that? Look at this. Yo, this is a slaughter, bruh. Oblivious. Yo, these gotta be, wait, yo, man, these gotta be bots, bro. I'm sorry. This has to be bots. Because there's no way my man's was running down the stairs and didn't see him. What the hell was that? Wow. But you see what I mean now? No minimap, right? But, you know. Again, if that, I don't think those were bots, though. I think those were actual people. And if those were actual people, my God. Yo, that no minimap about to be, yo, a lot of people gonna be angry at that no minimap, man. I'm telling you. Because you telling me he was shooting literally right next to you and you ain't turned and look? Had there been a map, he would have turned and looked. I'm just saying, guys. But, yeah, this COD, you know, again, the COD looks great. I'm excited for the Call of Duty. I can't wait. It's definitely gonna get some play. That much I do know. It's definitely getting some play. It's definitely gonna be really fun. Real people would throw a grenade or run away. It looks like a bot. Real people would throw a grenade or run away. It looks like a bot. I hope that ain't no bot. Yo, real talk. I hope they ain't posting up no multiplayer gameplay footage, and they playing against bots. That's a no. That's a no, man. I don't know about that one. I don't know. But yeah, let's move on. So, Gamescom. I always looked at Gamescom as the brother with the bad genes. Compare, you know, the little brother that, you know, isn't as popular as the big brother, E3. Being the bigger brother. But Gamescom actually kind of picked up a lot these past couple years. It's been really popping and really on point. But with Gamescom, I don't know. I kind of go into Gamescom not really expecting like huge announcements per se. I kind of just go into it like, honestly, I go into a real regular where I'm just like, you know, whatever happens, happens. But the fact that Sony's going to be there this year, and then, you know, they're supposed to be showing some new and exciting things. I want to know what that is, especially the new stuff. We're not getting no PS5 reveal. That's not happening at no Gamescom. So if people think that, go ahead and throw that out the window because that's not happening. But if, you know, if we get like some announcements of like some new gameplay of some sort, from the games that they already have coming out or something like that, I'm all for that. You know, and I can support that. I always go into Gamescom with my expectations in check. So I never really expect too much from them. But in terms of like Xbox and Nintendo, I already know what I want from Nintendo, especially this year. Like, you know, I'm getting the Pokemon, you know, Sword and Shield. That's a day one. Astral Chain, I'm picking up. Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, that's getting picked up. And is there something else I'm picking up? No, that's it from Nintendo. I think that's it. I think, doesn't Luigi's Mansion 3 come out this year? If Luigi's Mansion comes out this year, then I'm picking that up too. But I don't think that does. I think that comes out next year. I could be wrong. Xbox. Man, I'm looking forward to the Gears of War 5. But you know that's probably not going to be a day one buy for me anyway. And I don't know what else. I don't know what else they're really gonna show. I'm interested to see because they are doing an Inside Xbox at Gamescom, so it'll be interesting to see what they show and like you know what we see from them. But you know, I'm not really expecting too much crazy stuff coming out of Gamescom. I would like to see some more Tales of Arise gameplay. Now that's what I want to see. I want to see that Tales of Arise gameplay. I need them to show some gameplay of that. Elden Ring as well, which they said they're going to be doing some closed door, showing behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but they're showing a closed door gameplay demo. And I'm like, why do you guys do, like, I say this all the time. Why do developers do this? these reporters and stuff, a lot of them don't care. Like, they're not the ones that really are gonna like pick up your product, man. Like, why do you do this? Why go all the way to Gamescom to show shit behind closed doors? Like, my mans, show it to the whole community so that we all can collectively talk about it. Like, certain things like that, I don't know. I don't like that. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me because I'm on the outside looking in, so I don't understand like the how the industry works per se. But you know, a lot of devs do this shit where like they do these, you know, like E3. I think it was last year or the year before. They showed Cyberpunk, the demo that we seen at Cyberpunk last year, or was that the year before? When they released the gameplay footage of that Cyberpunk demo, that was the shit from the E3 last year, and I'm like, you could have just showed this to everybody, and we all could have collectively seen it, and that could have been it. But you drag this stuff out, and it's like, why? You know, like Elden Ring, show it to everybody, and let's all talk about it. But you know, again, I'm not in the industry, so I wouldn't know like why they do that. I feel like it's stupid shit to me. But like I said, Gamescom, my expectations are in check. I'm not expecting too much, and that's it. Yo, like I'm really going into there like kind of like blank slate, like whatever. Whatever we see, we see. Whatever we don't, we don't. Just because I know what I want this year, and I know what's expected. I know what's coming next year, and I know what's expected. So, you know, that's it for that. So yeah, Gamescom, it's whatever. Now on to violent video games. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because we've been here before, people. But first off, the lead up to this was the fact that, you know, and this is really fucked up, but the two mass shootings that happened in El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio, and I think they happened within the same day, or was it like a day apart or something like that? I could be wrong. I'm sorry. But you know, those mass shootings that happened, the shooters were brought into custody and things like that, and you know, politicians and, you know, parents and all these different people, you know, oh, violent video games are to blame. You know, they always do this, and you know, this led to, you know, again, Trump. He was like, you know, oh, you know, he's gonna get rid of violent video games, or he's gonna put a stop to them, or whatever. And you know, Walmart took down all of violent video game sales, or they weren't selling violent video games for a little bit. Then they end up continuing to sell them again, and it's just a bunch of like a bunch of shit. And like me, we've been here before where we're sitting in podcasts, or we're sitting, you know, you're sitting amongst your friends or whatever, and the whole thing about this whole violent video games argument is it's just I feel it's just to deviate from the bigger issue here. You feel me? And the issue isn't video. Well, they categorize violent video games, but I'm gonna speak on all video games, period. Because, you know, video games has been a part of my life for decades now. I mean, I'm 27. I've been playing video games for 23 years. Or I'm about to be 28, so I've been playing video games for like 24, almost 25 years. I've played a lot of video games in my life, a lot of violent video games, a lot of non-violent video games, Japanese games, you know, everything. Yo, Cyber Dragon, was good? Afternoon chat, and our host Persona. Cyber, what is good? Big round of applause for Cyber Dragon for coming through, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Yes, I've been playing a lot of video games for years. And one of my favorite video games, especially this is from the PS2 era, I'll show you guys some gameplay, and you guys know what I'm talking about when I say this game. One of my favorite video games from the PS2 era was The Warriors. I'm trying to find gameplay. The Warriors gameplay. Yeah, The Warriors was like one of my, if not it was my favorite game on PS. Well, not, it wasn't my all-time favorite, but it was one of the top 3 like favorite games of this gen. I mean of the PS2 era. And this game is very brutal. I'm about to show you guys some gameplay right now. This game, and when I played this, I was shit, man. I was how old was I when I first played Warriors? 13, I think. 12, 13. Might have been a little older. Between there, I was a teenager. Like that's the biggest point. I was a teenager when I played this game. And this is one of my favorite games. And in this game, as you can see, you beating the hell out of people. And the way you got health was you had to snort cocaine. And there was gang violence, cursing, sex, drugs, all types of fucked up shit in this game. And funny enough, my mom wasn't the one that bought it for me. My grandmother bought the game. My grandmother bought the fucking game for me, yo, because my mom wouldn't buy it because this shit it was so messed up. It was mature rated. My mom wouldn't buy it. My grandmother bought the game for me, and my mom was mad, but she got over it, whatever. And I played the hell out this game. GTA San Andreas is another one. You having sex with hookers and all types of crazy stuff. It's one of the great games. A very violent game as well. I've been playing Call of Duty. I don't really count the first few COD, like Big Red 1 and all that, even though those are Call of Duties, but I'm just going to start from Modern Warfare, COD 4 Modern Warfare, because the online aspect is what I'm talking about. Playing those games, playing shooters and things like that. I've played these games for so long. And I played quite a bit of these games, all types of games. Like I said, Japanese games, violent games, shooters, horror games, all these different things, for years. And they've never really been something that affected me outside in real life, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is me playing all these different games didn't really have an effect on, my aggression or whatever in real life. Not saying that, and again, I'm using my experience, which is kind of selfish because everyone's experience isn't going to be my experience. And that's something that I do acknowledge and understand. People interpret things differently, and people definitely, their experiences and how they process things definitely are different. So, although I am using my experience, I also do acknowledge that everyone else's experience with not just gaming, but anything, is different. But with that being said, let's go back further. Okay. What was the cause for all the wars that we've had? Let's go back to Roman times. Rome versus what was it? Rome and Greece, they were fighting. Well, who was Rome? Who was Romans fighting? They were fighting Rome. Was it Rome and Greece? No. It was Rome and I forgot who it was, but let's just go back to those times where the Romans were fighting. What was that about? What video games was around then? Is there some ancient PlayStation that I don't know about? What about when it was the Holy Crusades, those wars and stuff that was fought over religion? What was the cause? What was the cause of that violence? Go back to slavery. What was the cause of that? All these wars and things that has happened throughout time. What was the cause of it? It was power. It was money. It was greed. It was hatred. Like, one thing I think people fail to really understand about not just America. I'm speaking in people. Period. I feel like a lot of things that people fail to understand about us as humans is we're we're a fucked up people, guys. And that's no excuse. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, trying to use video games as the reason why some people are more fucked up than others, that makes no sense to me. Yo, Andre 6K, the real McCoy. What is good, bro? Appreciate you coming through. Round of applause for Andre. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Like, what's the reason for all these other people, all these other people through life, all these dictators and wars and genocide, and what is the reason for it? Because it's not video games. What is the cause of it? And then when you look at other outlets of entertainment, movies, books, reality TV, like, television, like, what portion of that side of entertainment contributes to anything negative? Now, again, people interpret things differently. But to say that video games is the cause of, like, violence in this world or whatever, come on, people. Come on. Let's really think objectively here. If little Timmy is cursing his mom out, whose fault is that? The game or the parent? I think it's the parent's fault. Because why are you allowing your kid to get away with even talking? Yo, listen, let me tell you guys a story, okay? I got a story for you, okay? I accidentally cursed my mom once. And yo, Sarge 0079 in the building. Give that man the round of applause. Give that man a round of applause. What up, Sarge? Appreciate you coming through, bro. I cursed my mom once. I remember too, I was like, I'm sick of this shit. I think I was like 9 years old. I was like, I'm sick of this shit. And it kind of slipped out because I was like really angry because I think she wouldn't let me go outside and play with my friends. And I begged her. I was like, please, can I go outside? Please, please, please. She's like, no. And she yelled at me. She's like, no, I said you can't go outside, goddammit. I was like, I'm sick of this shit. And I went to my room. And I ran to my room. Yo, listen. Like 5 minutes later, she came in with the belt ready. Yo, when I tell you she whooped my ass, yo, I ain't never get an ass like that before. And I never cursed at her again. And it's funny because my uncle, she told my uncle too. And my uncle, he punched me in my chest, like really hard. He's like, yo, don't ever disrespect your mother. You out your mind. Don't ever do that again. I'll beat your ass. Like, stuff like that, whatever. And, I never cursed my mom. Like, after that, I was like, nah, like, never again. But, my mother's, I'm not saying that my mother's method of discipline is perfect or whatever. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is, your children are a reflection of you. Your children are a reflection of how you raise them, And, if your kid is, cursing you out and all this shit, it's because you allow it. I'm not allowing that in my house. You crazy? My kid cursed me out. Yo, who you talking to? Now, obviously, with my kid, I ain't gonna be doing what my mother did, but you have to set boundaries and rules, and when you have kids, man, you got to set who the alpha, who the pack leader. You feel me? It's like when with wolves and when they have, they pack, who the leader, who the pack leader. You feel me? You got to set that right away, and a lot of kids today, man, they get away with a lot of bullshit because a lot of parents let it. And again, I'm not, I'm speaking. It's not even like I'm speaking from experience. I ain't got no kids, not yet. But from what I see, it's like, yo, control your kid. Get your kid under control. Like, what the fuck? You feel me? Now, again, with violent video games, I feel like kids shouldn't be playing mature rated games anyway. And that's another thing. Parents going into GameStop and only stores, buying mature rated games, expecting Nintendo like experiences. No. You're not about to go into the store and buy a mature rated game that's meant for 17 and up for a 10, 12-year-old kid and talking about, oh, it's the game's fault. Really? Same thing with movies. Why are you bringing your kid to an R-rated movie? Like, what do you, and then you expect the kid walks out, talking a different way or whatever. Look at what you're doing. Now, in the case of the Dayton, Ohio, and El Paso situations, those people, those two individuals were just really fucked up people that really did some fucked up shit. And they have to pay the consequence for it. But don't sit there and say, oh, well, games made them like this. Come on, people. As many people in this world that play games, you really about to use this as an excuse? And think this gonna fly? Come on. Garuda said, I cussed out my mom when I was 4. That is why I know when a belt feels like and what soap tastes like. I never cuss my mom out again. Yo, listen. You can't, man. Mom Dukes, she'll definitely get you. And my mom, she bust open the door. Bah! Had that belt ready, and it wasn't no regular belt, bro. It was that thick ass church belt. It's that belt you wear for church, man. Oh man, that was funny because my mom, she would make me hold out my hands, and she would hit my hands with the belt. That's how she used to discipline. That shit hurt like hell, man. Listen, that shit hurt. But nah, shit. Again, with violent video games. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that D Almighty in the building? Yo, round of applause. Round of applause from my boy D Almighty Spartan God in the building. Appreciate you, bro, for coming through, man. But yeah, in terms of violent video games, man, that's definitely not something. That's not, again, are violent video games violent? Yes, that's why they're violent video games. But are violent video games making, me want to go out and do some, heinous acts of hate crimes and shit like that? Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, Call of Duty over Almighty. You gotta go back and listen to that. You gotta go back and listen to that one, bro. I love my violent, and let's put this into perspective too. Violent video games period aren't going anywhere. They're not. Don't feel like your games are threatened because they're not. But I feel like and what's funny? Jim Sterling said, I was watching one of his videos and he said this, and I agreed with him too. On this, where politicians and things like that, they use video games as a scapegoat to kind of mitigate or draw attention away from what the real problem is. Which is them guns, man. Yo, hey, my man had, what did he use? I think he used the AR-15, bro, or something like that. It's like, bro, you like, and he drove what 600 miles, 10 hours. My man, something wrong. Like something's wrong with you, not the game, bro. Something's wrong with you. Uh, but yeah, man, I love violent video games. Man, I love video games. Period. Like, video games is definitely something that I appreciate, and even violent video games have brought great memories. For me, like I have a lot of great memories just playing video games. Period. Um, so many video games like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, The Last of Us. Last of Us got a child. Last of Us has a child, like, walking around with this grown dude killing zombies and stuff like that. It's like, yo, and like the story behind that and like the things that they go through, shit like that is great. Like, video games is what you make of it, man. And when it comes to even the violent, mature-rated video games, I have a lot of great memories with these games. GTA, Warriors, Doom, Resident Evil, like all these great games that have come out, I've used and I've played and I appreciate. And, I feel like people need to really kind of take a step back and evaluate what the problem is. If someone's kid is at school bullying people, is it like, whose fault is that? It's the parents' fault for raising a piece of shit kid. Like, yo, like, why is your kid at school bullying people? And oftentimes the bully has problems of his own that aren't being explored or looked at or being worked on. And it's like, sit down and talk to your kid's parents. Like, sit down and talk to the kid, man. See what's in his head, what's going on, what he's dealing with. You feel me? Ask what movies these people watch on Netflix and cable. Who blames video games? Yeah, it's always the same kind of person. Every time I play GTA 5, I shoot at everything. That still doesn't make me want to pick up a gun and shoot up people in real life. Yo, that's for real, Andre. That's for real, man. Like, I play Call of Duty, man, and I'm blasting fools on that COD, man. But I would never think of doing some crazy shit like that in real life, especially not to innocent people. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not something that video games do. Like, video games, like, for me, video games has always been an escape. It's always been a way for me, like, to wind, especially like when I was a kid. It's obviously fun and enjoyment, and it's still that today. But as an adult, as someone that works a full-time job and going through different things in life, video games is definitely my wind down. I come home from work, I'm trying to wind down, you feel me, play some games for a couple hours, 2-3 hours, and go to bed and wake up and get ready for the next day. Get ready for my day. Like, gaming is definitely, and I'm talking all gaming. I'm not just talking about specific, sunshine and rainbow games, because that's not what this is. If I want to come home from work and play Gears of War and kill some locusts, listen, that doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and, that's my wind down. That people play and do what they enjoy. That's the wind down, man. And it's like what people enjoy is, and I'm not even just speaking about video games. I feel like people tend to attack or have a disdain or hatred for things they don't understand. And I feel like video games is still one of those things, as popular as video games are today, because I consider video games to be mainstream now, because, go back 10, 15 years ago, video games definitely weren't as mainstream as they are now. So because video games is so mainstream now, you tend to get more people or newer, people that aren't usually play video games or aren't used to playing video games or don't really follow news and all these different things. You get these types of people that, they get into gaming. And, oftentimes people tend to just jump right in. They don't take time to do research and things like that, which is perfectly fine. Like, no one's asking you to do, a 20,000 page paper on what video games are. But, people tend to just jump right in. So oftentimes people lack the understanding of, you know, why video games are so important or why video games are so great. And again, it's not just one specific type of game. I'm speaking all video games. Why all video games are important and why all video games are great, even the violent video games. Because again, not to not to kind of bring this up, but creative freedom. You feel me? People want to create what they want, and people buy what they enjoy. I enjoy Call of Duty. I enjoy Last of Us. I enjoy Resident Evil. I enjoy Gears. I enjoy Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Suikoden, fighting games. You know, people have been playing fighting games for years. That doesn't mean they want to fight each other in real life. You know, granted, you know, sometimes when someone loses in a fighting game or a sports game, you know, they want to throw hands or whatever. But that's because they salty because they lost. You know, there's been plenty of times where me and my brothers and sisters will be playing Street Fighter or we playing Marvel vs. Capcom. This is back when we were like super young. Or like, a matter of fact, I remember one time it was Thanksgiving time, and me, my brothers and sisters, and my cousins, we all was taking turns playing Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64. You know, a couple of us kept losing and we started fighting. But, you know, the game didn't do that. We were just salty because we were losing. And that's what we did. We fought and then we went back to playing. You feel me? Like, you know, we talking trash, or you suck, or I just knocked you off. That's just, you know, or like, hey, the biggest one is we would all play GoldenEye. And for those that know about that GoldenEye screen watching, yo, like fights would come. Yo, like me and my friends, or me and my cousins and brothers and sisters or whatever, we would get into fights because you know that they would be screen watching. Why are you screen watching? Or they would get the golden gun. No. Put the golden gun down. That's so trash. You feel me? So, you know, like, there's great memories that come from these games, man. And I'm pretty sure you guys listening can think of a ton of memories, especially if you've been playing games for a super long time. You can think of a ton of memories that came from violent video games or just gaming, period, regardless of what it is. Violent, mature rated, teen rated, rated E for everyone, whatever it is. I'm sure that you guys have plenty of memories that, you know, you can attest to gaming. Yo, Choco in the building. Big round of applause to Miss Choco Dancer. Choco, what's up? What's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. But that's what that is, man. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I love my video games, man. I like video games. Like, it's been a part of my life for years, and I want it to be a part of my life for more years to come. You feel me? Can't stay long. Oh, that's cool, Choco. I just appreciate you stopping by, Choco. You know, I get it if you gotta go. You know, I'll be kind of sad though. Aww. You know, but you know, we'll manage. You know, just make sure you bring back some McDonald's. But yeah, so you know, violent video games. It's one of those things where I don't think politicians and misinformed people and parents will ever stop blaming video games, which is, you know, kind of sad, but at the same time, don't let the stigma that people try to place on video games stop you from enjoying your games. You feel me? Video games are still a very great source of entertainment. Video games are still very popular. Video games are always going to be a great thing. You know, continue, like I already said, like, you know, I'm gonna be like 90 years old still playing video games, man. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm always gonna play video games. You know, it's always gonna be a part of my life. You know, regardless of what people say or what stigmas they try to, like, you know, remember the old stigmas they had on video games. You know, they used to think gamers were, and this stigma is kind of still here, but you know, all gamers are shut-ins and stay in the basement and live with your mom and Cheetos on their hands and they don't shower and they fat and all this. It's like, yo, it's all these weird stigmas, and it sucks, especially when you're part of that community, because it's like, damn, like I'm not like that. I take showers and I work a full-time job and all these different things. And it's like everyone isn't like that, but people like to lump people into specific categories, and gamers tend to fall into a specific category, which is messed up. But yeah, violent video games are great. I love my violent video games, straight up. So for those that's trying to take away my violent video games, oh no, I messed up. Let me try it again. Hold on. Let me set it up again. For those that are trying to take away my violent video games, denied. You are denied. But with that being said, guys, quick channel update for those that just came in. I had took a break. I think everyone is aware of that a break definitely was a break was definitely done. Yo, platform live in the building. Yo, listen, shout out to the platform. Yo, shout out to them boys over there, Mike, Cool Cat Terry, her angry self, and all them boys over there, man. I really, that's a dope podcast, and they do a lot of great. The shows are always really good, high quality, man. It's always funny with Danny and them, man. Shout out to Danny, Cool Cat, Mike, the other boys that are over there, man. Shout out to them. Definitely check them out. The platform live, real cool bunch, man. So shout out to them. So for those that just came in, I'll do a quick channel update. So you guys know I haven't been around. I took a break. Definitely took a much needed break from social media, from podcasting, from all that good stuff. For those that normally tune in on Saturdays for the Mog and Friends show, that show is definitely done indefinitely, at least with that crew. I can always build a new crew, and we can do Mog and Friends again. Maybe Mog and, well, Mind of a Gamer, not Mog and Friends anymore, but Mind of a Gamer can always come back and let it be a ever revolving chair of guests that just come on and we talk games or whatever. It can always be something like that. But I definitely took a much needed break from podcasting, from YouTube, from social media, just to enjoy the summer and just enjoy like I said earlier, and I'll just use Twitter as an example, but it's like every time I got on there, it was always somebody complaining or another stereotype of stigma, or I'm just like, I can't, I don't want to keep getting on here looking at this shit. So I was like, let me take a break from that. So I kind of just stepped away from that because it was just, I don't want to get too deep into it, but Mind of a Gamer and Friends. Hey, Garuda, I'm gonna put that name in the pocket, man, because I might have to use that name. Oh man, I need my early Mog, and I will write. Mog and Friends, we'll see what happens. Like I said, Mog and Friends will probably, if it does come back, it definitely wouldn't be with the same crew. It definitely would be with a different crew. So I'll put a post out there on Twitter, see who wants to come on and so be a part of the crew. I'll see. I won't say that it's gone indefinitely, but I will say it's on an extended hiatus. But when Persona Speaks, which is my personal podcast, that is definitely coming back. That's definitely gonna be something that's gonna be happening weekly, I guess. But it won't be during the week, because normally when Persona Speaks would be on like a Thursday night or whatever, on Wednesday night. It'll probably be Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Kind of like how it was with Mog. It'll just be me. So that's probably where the new where the new show would be. And yeah, Twitter's toxic, but I think it's as toxic as you make it. And what I mean by that is, if you cut out a lot of the bullshit, it's really some cool people and great things and stuff like that on Twitter. But when I ended Mog, I was kind of like, you know what? It's summer. It's about to be summertime, or it is summertime, and I'm about to just straight up just take a break. Just break from all of this. Like, it's just, I needed a break away from it. So I kind of just stepped away and kind of fell all the way back. And I deleted Twitter for a while. Like, I deleted the app for like a month and a half. Like a month and a half, I didn't have the app because I was just like, I don't even want to be tempted to look at the app. So I deleted that. And I was still watching a couple podcasts. Like I said, a couple of people that I still watch, like Bari. I still watch Bari. That's my bro. So I'm always going to support him. So, whenever he was streaming or doing a podcast or something, I would definitely tune in. Sick Humor, that's my boy. I always try to tune into his podcast, especially during the work week, because he definitely make the work days go by a lot quicker. So I'll, be lurking in there, listening to his show. Like I said, BG show, I, always stop by and give a listen and whatnot. And a couple other people that I watched as well. But that's kind of just, how it was. Persona, you are a true gamer. You are super professional, but I like how you roast people when you say some reckless stuff with facts and knowledge. Yeah, man. Yo, man, I try to, back in high school, I was really good at roasting. I had to be, because being a big boy, you definitely got to be one of the funny guys, or else you gonna get roasted. So I really had to be quick on my feet when it came to telling jokes. So I've always been kind of good at that. But I when it comes to like gaming and stuff like that, and I tell people this a lot, because one of the biggest problem with gamers that are older, because I game with a lot of people, and I've met a lot of people that are definitely older than me. Dudes that are like 35, maybe 40, that been playing games obviously longer than I have. But I always tell people, and I tell everyone this: don't let my age, I guess I'm 27, about to be 28. I've literally been playing games for 24 years. I've played hundreds of games. Like my knowledge of gaming is just as vast, if not more vast than yours. And I'm not speaking for everybody, but there's a lot of people that try to like challenge me. Like if you was ever on Sick Humor show, I forgot this dude's name. I really forgot his name, but he was trying to dismiss my points because of my age, and I'm like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. Like I'm really gonna school you, and then I don't, that's why this is why I don't debate people anymore, because there's 3 reasons why I stopped debating people on Twitter. And when you take a step back and look at Twitter and like gaming debates and stuff like that, you'll see, like, you'll be like talking to somebody in the debate, and then you'll just pick up on it and be like, why am I even debating this? So these are the 3 reasons why I stopped debating people on Twitter. 1, not even just Twitter, but period, like podcast debates. This is why I stopped debating people. 1, people that you debate with on Twitter or in podcasts or whatever, they do not know how to explain their opinions. What do you mean by that, Persona? I'll tell you. So say, okay, so for example, say someone says, God of War was a bad game, right? Oh, God of War was a bad, and I'd be, oh, well, why was God of War a bad game? Oh, I didn't like that they didn't have no jump button. I didn't like the story with him and the kid, da 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 da. I'm like, so a jump button is enough for you not to like a game? Like an entirety of a game, a jump button is what stops you? Yeah, it was trash. Like, oh, well, what about the story was trash? Oh, I just didn't like him and the kid. Like what though? Like what didn't you like about that? Or they'll say Spider-Man is trash. Or why is Spider-Man trash? Oh, because it's Miles Morales' story and all that. People don't know how to explain their stances or opinions on different things. Like, for example, a lot of people like to shit on Destiny, right? Now, for those that know me, know that I'm a hardcore Destiny player. I platinum both of the games. I've put hundreds of hours into both games. I still play Destiny actively to this day, right? A lot of people like to shit on Destiny. A lot of people like to say, oh, well, Destiny is trash. Why is Destiny trash? Oh, because there was no story. Okay, fine. Did you play anything after that? No, I stopped playing. So you didn't play the game. Oh, well, the story was trash and wasn't enough. And, the grind was hard, but you didn't play anything. So how do you know the grind? How do you know the grind was difficult if you didn't play more of the game to know that? And then people that complain about the grind in games, these are the same people that'll say they played Japanese games back in the day. You wasn't grinding? Like, listen, this is how you can tell when someone's full of shit. If they say that they played Japanese games and did all this stuff, but they mad about grinding in games, trust what I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they have not played Japanese games before. Because if you played any type of Japanese games, you would know that the grinding in those games are substantially more grindy than shit you was doing in fucking Destiny or whatever. So West 1, people don't know how to explain. People don't know how to articulate their opinions right. And then when you question their opinion, a lot of people shut down because a lot of people don't know how to explain their opinion. So that's 1. 2, a lot of people, especially when you prove them wrong on Twitter. When you prove people wrong, especially on Twitter and in podcasts, it turns into a personal thing. It turns into you look like this or you this, you that. They start wanting to disrespect you personally. And they start wanting to come at you, real disrespectful. And I'm someone where you come at me disrespectful, I'm going to come back tenfold and you're not going to like it. I'm not in my feelings. Like, if I get proven wrong, I'm going to laugh it off. Like, all right, you got it. And then I'm going to move on. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people get in their feelings. A lot of people want to fight you. A lot of people want to dox you. A lot of people want to, expose you. Oh, this guy's ugly. He don't get no, he knows all this stuff about video games. That means he don't get no pussy. Listen, I'm good, okay? Because first off, why you worry about my dick? Second of all, it's just a debate. Like, this is supposed to be some ha-ha friendly shit. Whatever. Or some ha-ha shit. Whatever. The third thing about debating, why I don't debate people. A lot of people are frauds. For lack of a better term, I'm just going to say a lot of people are frauds. And what I mean by that, there's two types of frauds. There's gaming politicians and then there's neutrals. I don't like debating neither one of these people, and here's why. Neutrals are always going to be the contrarian. Whatever you like, they have an issue with. I'm not debating you if you're fucking neutral. Like, for instance, PlayStation versus Xbox. If I love PlayStation and PlayStation is the greatest, why are you a neutral trying to debate me on why PlayStation isn't so great? I'm not wasting my time debating a neutral. Why? Because you're neutral. Do we need to look up what neutral means? Hold up, man. Yo, Jack moved Johnny in the motherfucking building. Give that man a round of applause. Yo, Jack, what's good with you, bro? Long time no speak, man. I hope you good, man. Blessings to you, man. Blessings. Let's look up what a neutral is. Neutral. Neutral definition. Right? Because the problem in this community, the biggest problem in this community is the fact that people don't understand what a neutral is. If I like PlayStation, right? If I'm on Twitter and I retweet some shit about, oh yeah, PlayStation just, so for instance, PlayStation sold 100 mil, right? Oh, PlayStation just sold 100 million. Oh, I'm so happy for PlayStation. Your PlayStation's so great. I love PlayStation. I can't wait for the PS5, blah, 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 whatever, right? Why is a neutral coming in my comment section saying, oh, is that shipped or sold? Is that shipped or sold? Oh, well, PlayStation doesn't really have games that I don't give a fuck what you like, think, or say. You're a neutral. Your thoughts and opinions do not matter anywhere in any debate that I'm having. Why are you, a neutral, trying to debate the opposite of anything that I'm saying? This is why I don't debate those. And again, what is a neutral? For anybody that claims they're a gaming neutral, let me explain something to you on what a neutral is, okay? Let's highlight it for you guys. Neutral. A neutral is, 1, not helping or supporting either side in a conflict, disagreement, etc. Meaning that you are impartial, which means that if a PlayStation gamer and an Xbox gamer are debating anything, you're impartial. You're not supposed to be in the comments like, well, I like PlayStation, but Xbox does this better. No one cares. You're a neutral. Go away. 2, having no strongly marked or positive characteristics or features. Meaning, again, if you big up Xbox, right, and always have an issue in PlayStation, you're not a neutral. You're not a neutral. You're a fan boy. You're a fanboy, and that's okay. Yo, people like the word fanboy in the gaming community is like taboo, man. Like people get so scared of being labeled this, and I'm like, bro, why? You're a fan of a specific console. That's okay. Who cares? Like, yo, enjoy yourself. Like, no one gives a shit. So that's why I don't like debating people. So neutrals is 1. 2, gaming politicians, right? My issue with debating people on Twitter, podcasts, or anything like that is people do not debate their opinions with their own opinions. You oftentimes have people who debate with what the majority thinks, right? So, for example, say someone is debating loot boxes, and let's use Call of Duty for an example, because people love to shit on COD and its loot boxes, right? So, if I'm debating a gaming politician, right, most of the time, the gaming politician does not play the game that he's debating. So, for example, he does not play COD, but he has an issue with Call of Duty having loot boxes. Why am I debating you about Call of Duty, a game you do not play? Oh, because they're not doing right by the gamer. Are you fucking Al Sharpton, bro? Are you the messiah of gaming? Who made you king? Who cares? Like, my question is, why am I debating you specifically? You don't play this game. You have not played this game. You have no knowledge of the game. You're going off of what articles are saying and trying to debate. I'm not debating you. Why am I wasting my time debating you when you yourself don't support or play the games? Where are your feelings coming from? Your feelings aren't coming from a place of experience. Your thoughts and opinions aren't coming from a place of experience. I'm not debating you. Your thoughts are artificial. What you feel is artificial. Why am I debating that? This is why I don't debate, because I'm not speaking to people that aren't speaking from their own personal experiences. That's like you going car shopping with a friend, right? So say you guys are at a Toyota shop, right? And you want to get a Toyota Camry. And they say, oh, well, I don't really like to, your friend says, oh, yeah, I wouldn't buy a Toyota Camry. Those cars, they're trash. Oh, well, why is this trash? Oh, because this article I read said, what? Did you ever own a Toyota Camry and drive it? No. Why am I listening to you then? Like, what are you, what? And this is why I don't I just don't debate people anymore. Because I'm not debating you on things you don't play. I'm not debating you on things you don't own. I'm not debating you on things you don't have an experience with. Why would I do that? Why would I waste my time doing that? It's a waste of time. I'm not going to sit in a podcast with someone for 2 hours and debate something that they don't play. That's idiotic. That's insanity. I refuse. I refuse to do some shit like that. That's ridiculous. So I don't debate anymore. I just be chilling. I still look at some of the debates and I laugh, and I laugh at some of the stupid shit people say, but I myself, I don't debate anymore. And when PS5 comes out, this is one of the first questions I always ask people when we're debating about different games, especially when people like to shit on Japanese games. This is the first question, or even fighting games, shooting games, whatever. The first question I ask everybody, and I suggest you guys start doing this too, because I promise you, you will not debate half as many people as you probably debate now if you start off with this question, right? So this is the question that you ask. Oh, before I go into this debate, let me ask you this question: do you own the game? No. Have you ever played the game before? No. Have you ever played the series before? No. Goodbye. I'm not debating you. Why am I wasting my time debating you? On what? That's like me sitting down and debating someone on Kingdom Hearts that's never played Kingdom Hearts before. Why am I debating you on Kingdom Hearts? Oh, Kingdom Hearts story is trash. Have you played any other Kingdom Hearts before? No. Goodbye. I'm not about to tell you why Kingdom Hearts 3 story is good if you have not played no other Kingdom Hearts before. Goodbye. There's no point. There's no point in debating that. It's insanity. So I don't debate. I sit on the sidelines, man. I sit on the sidelines and I chill. That's it. I made that conscious decision that debating now it's pointless. It's idiotic. There's no point. I refuse. So that's why I don't debate. Yo, EJ in the building, man. I ain't even acknowledge EJ. Yo, EJ, what's up, man? Shout out to my boy EJ, man. Always come through. Always been supporting, man. What did you say? Platform? Borderlands 3 is getting put on the back burner for me. Can't support the game. Yeah, yo, Borderlands 3 been getting a lot of negative controversy lately. I don't know what I was gonna pick up the game. It's funny too. I ain't never played Borderlands before, and for some reason, when I looked at the first two games, like the gameplay, I just was kind of like, this looks kind of trash. I don't know. It just didn't look. It didn't look like something I would enjoy playing. But I still have it. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna pick up Borderlands 3 because my boy, he's getting it and he wants us, to be able to play. So I said I was gonna pick it up. But I'm looking at this controversy. I'm like, ugh. And then I'm looking at what's coming out because in September, Catherine comes out, which I never played that. I know, shocker, guys. Don't crucify me. I've never played Catherine before. So I'm picking that up and I'm going to play that. So Catherine's getting, picked up and played. So Catherine, and then Zelda Link's Awakening comes out and I'm like, yo, I gotta pick those, take priority. So I'm looking at Borderlands 3 and then Oninaki and Control come out the end of August. Like Oninaki comes out next week and I'm getting the platinum in that. That's getting play. And then Control comes out the week after, and I'm getting the platinum in that. And I'm like, that's probably going to creep into September in terms of me getting both of those platinums. So I'm looking at Borderlands 3 like, you might be on the back burner. And then October is Call of Duty, and something else comes out in October that I'm picking up. I forgot what it was. And then November is Death Stranding and Pokemon, which, Pokemon, that's going to definitely creep into December. So, I'm looking at Borderlands like you might have to fall. Oh, and Star Wars. Star Wars comes out in November. So I'm like, you might that might have to drop to the wayside. You feel me? EA is the devil. Yo, you know what, man? With EA, man, I said I keep doing this too, man. I don't never learn from EA, man. They keep shitting on me and I keep giving them chances and I got to stop that. But I'm gonna give them. I said I'm gonna give them one last chance with Star Wars. Star Wars Fallen Order is their EA's very last chance with me. I promise, guys. I know I said this about Anthem. But I gave Anthem a chance because Anthem looked great, and Anthem definitely. I thought Anthem was gonna be, better than what it was. Clearly, I was wrong. I accept my L's, guys. I accept the L's, but I'm going to give Star Wars Fallen Order one last chance. I promise. Guys. If Fallen Order is dog shit, I will never buy another EA game ever again. Whoa, wait, hold up. Because speculation is that Fight Night might be coming out. So hold on. Okay. I'm going to give them 2 more chances, guys. I'm going to give them 2 more chances, guys. Just 2 more chances, okay? If Fallen Order is trash, I'm going to give them one last chance for Fight Night. Because Mike Tyson is on the cover, and this is the leak. So if Fight Night is definitely coming out, that's definitely a day one. I'm sorry, guys. Fight Night got to get picked up. Now, after Fight Night, they won't get nothing else from me. I promise. Promise. I already cut off Bethesda. Like, Bethesda don't get no money from me. None. I don't buy nothing Bethesda no more. Because them dudes, like, yo, with that whole spectacular bug bullshit that they was talking about a while back, I'm like, bro, any other company would have got crucified for this. But Bethesda getting a little pass? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Bethesda don't get no money from me. None. Xbox is on thin ice. Xbox is on very thin ice with me. You feel me? Gears of War 5 is gonna get picked up. But Xbox is on very thin ice. There's certain companies I don't buy shit from anymore. Xbox is on extremely thin ice. Because I want Ori and the Blind Forest 2. That's getting picked up. Gears of War 5 is getting picked up. Halo Infinite's getting picked up. Something else I want from them. There's something else I want. I can't place it right now. But it's like 1 or 2 other games from Xbox I want. So, they're on thin ice though. Trust me, guys. Xbox is on thin ice. But Bethesda they in the crapper. Like, they don't get no bread from me ever again. Shit. What other development companies I don't buy games from anymore? That's it. I think Bethesda's the only one that's on my shit list right now. EA is like right there. Like, EA can't fuck up with me no more, man. Like, EA got one more time to fuck up with me. 2 more times, because, Fight Night. If Fight Night turns out to be real, they got 2 more chances to fuck up. If Fight Night is not real and it's not coming out, then Star Wars Fallen Order is their last chance. Oh, nah, Ubisoft is great. I don't know why people hate Ubisoft so much. Ubisoft is I really like Ubisoft a lot. And a lot of their games I buy and play. Division 2 was great. It kind of just died kind of quick with me, but I did enjoy Division 2. I love the Assassin's Creed series. Like, Assassin's Creed is like one of my favorites. I love the Watch Dogs series. Not Watch Dogs 1. Watch Dogs 1 was trash. But Watch Dogs 2 was so... And it's funny because a lot of people didn't like Watch Dogs 2. And I'm like, I don't get how. Like, what? I don't know. I really loved Watch Dogs 2. I did. So Watch Dogs 3, I'm really excited about that. I can't wait for that. And then, what's that? Beyond Good and Evil 2? That's a day one. That's getting picked up. And then this Gods and Monsters game. I'm intrigued by that as well. So I'm definitely, they're gonna get that. But Ubisoft puts out some really good games. I like Ubisoft's games a lot. Persona, like, nah, I am avoiding that question from the platform. Oh, what'd you say, platform? Oh, he said, if Persona, if Star Wars trash, you willing to lose all your lives and accept your punishment on our show? Yo, you know what, man? What's the punishment, though? You gotta tell me what the punishment is before I agree to anything. Platform, you gotta tell me what the punishment is. Cause I ain't dancing on camera like y'all had this man Mike doing. I ain't dancing on no cameras, man. You ain't getting that from me. So, you got to, tell me what the punishment is. I'll come on the show and accept my L's though. If it's trash, I'll come on the show for sure. Oh man. It's called Battlefront 2, exposing annoying people. Oh man, yeah, but bug this though. This is what I'm saying. Persona, go to my YouTube. You have 100 permissions. You have 100 permissions to use my Star Wars footage. Word, hold up. Let me Garuda. I can't go. Why can't I click your Garuda Legends? Hold up. Let me search. GARUDAAGENDS. Garuda Legends. What footage you got? What footage you want me to see? You talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2? I played Battlefront 2, man. Battlefront 2 was alright, man. Oh, Battlefront 2 exposing annoying cheaters. Let me see. Battlefront 2 was it was alright, man. I didn't. You know what it is with Battlefront 2? I didn't play enough of it. Um, Let me see. Battlefront 2 exposing annoying cheaters. Let me see. Oh damn! Let me let me show y'all this. Battlefront 2 exposing annoying cheaters. Let me see. I don't know, man. Battlefront 2. I didn't. You know what's funny with Battlefront 2? I didn't play none of the multiplayer. I only played the story, and then even with the story, I only played like 2 hours of the story. Oh, what the hell? Is that Ray? Oh, what just happened? Oh, damn. Yo, Garuda, you getting washed right now, bro. What's going on here? Yo, what is happening right now? Oh, no. Where's your team at? You was the only one left? Oh, hell nah, bro. Hell nah. This is why EA is the devil. You gotta dress up in Xbox gear for 6 months. Dress up in Xbox gear for 6 months. The chat chooses your punishment, so you have to do whatever they pick. Platform. Hell nah. Yo, platform, bro. You ain't about to catch listen, platform. Yo, I ain't Mike, bruh. Yo, Mike, he can do all that. You ain't gonna catch me in that one platform. My man said the chat chooses what you do, and you gotta do it. Hell nah, bruh. Yo, hell nah, man. I ain't letting that chat choose my fate. I will come on, though, and set my L's. I will do that, for sure. Oh, man. You gotta wear 69 Metacritic shirts every Tuesday. Yo, almighty chill. You gotta wear 69 Metacritic shirts every Tuesday. Yo, this. Yo, I thought I would get a custom made 69 Metacritic shirt. Yo, oh man, awesome Danny. What Danny say? What Danny talk about? I know Danny ain't saying no craziness. Penis. Oh, hell nah. I ain't none of that. You lost me there, bruh. And Crackdown 3 bandanas on Fridays. Oh, man. Yo, almighty. Why you trying to have me out here looking like I'm a fraud, bruh? But, yo, this man got me out here looking mediocre as fuck. Oh, God. Ubisoft, we need a new Rayman game. I agree. Let's get a new Rayman out here. But yeah, guys, your boy is back, man. You're gonna see me on YouTube more active on Twitter and whatnot. Y'all know that's gonna happen. I'll retweet funny stuff. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, definitely follow me on Twitter at what is my at? Oh, at Persona Speaks. That's my new at for Twitter. Definitely follow me on Twitter. I think most of y'all do follow me on Twitter, though. Mog back too. Nah, yo, nah, yo, I feel bad. Nah, man, Mog ain't back. Almighty man, it's just a When Persona Speaks podcast. But I'm gonna work on Mog and see. Yeah, nah, Leash and Demi aren't coming back. That's not happening. Almighty, unfortunately. The I what'll probably happen is if Mog does come back, I'll just have different guests on every week and whatnot. Probably have like one more like dedicated member, and then like the third, we'll have like a revolving third chair every week. We get a guest on, get some of you guys to come on and talk games and whatnot, um, and things like that. So that's probably what Mog and Friends would probably turn into. But When Persona Speaks podcast is back, and it'll be on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Um, we'll talk all types of games, and I'll definitely again have people come on this show as well. And if any of you guys want to come on and we could talk games and whatnot, let me know. It's definitely open. Anybody can come on. I'm also gonna create a brand new disc because if you were if you were in the old Discord, I did, and you were wondering what happened to that. I did delete that Discord. I did delete that server just because I was just like, just start fresh. So, I am going to be in the process of creating a brand new Discord. It's going to be a lot more active, a lot better, a lot more fun and things like that. So, once I do create the Discord, obviously I'll put it out on Twitter and whatnot and let you guys, know to join that up. And if anybody wants to be on the show, When Persona Speaks or whatever, again, you could definitely be on. Just let me know. Definitely let you guys come on and we could talk some games and chop it up and tell some jokes and whatnot. But as far as Mog goes, Mog and Friends, that is on extended hiatus indefinitely. uh, if it does come back, like I said, it would be definitely different. It wouldn't be with the same crew. So that's definitely something to kind of think about, whenever for those that are waiting for Mog. But I'm still here. I'm here, guys. I know I ain't shit, but I'm here. And we'll definitely, don't worry, man. The show gonna be great, man. How y'all like the new artwork, man? This chick I met a while back. She did this art for me. And whatnot. I like it. She definitely captured it. Definitely how I wanted it, with like the whole podium and the hand raised and everything, and me. Only thing is, them skinny jeans. I'm kind of like, listen. I don't wear those. I'm too big for that, but I'll take it. But it definitely captures what I was going for with the art. But guys, let me know how y'all like that. Those that may listen to this podcast later, definitely let me know how you like the artwork and whatnot. I got more artwork and things on the way that's gonna be getting created. A new overlay as well that's gonna look a lot more better, a lot more presentable. Like, I did this overlay myself. This is some low budget shit, but I'm definitely gonna have something that's a lot more appeasing to the eyes. So. Appreciate it, Andre. Appreciate it. Who else said late? Yeah, Garuda. Appreciate it. I'm glad y'all like the artwork, man. But yeah, When Persona Speaks podcast, Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. At Persona Speaks. And yeah, man, it's a great show, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Your boy is back, man. I'm back in the saddle, back doing podcasts, back giving my thoughts on the foolery and fuckery going on in the community. I'm back, man, and I definitely appreciate those. I appreciate all my day ones, man. Garuda, Andre, Almighty, Choco. Who else came through? EJ, my day ones, man. Big supporters. The platform, Danny. Sarge was here. Shout out to Sarge. Jack moved. Johnny, man. Shout out to Jack for coming through, man. Definitely appreciate him coming through, man. That's a real cool cat, man. I hope you guys support him as well. Definitely support the Platform Live podcast. I've been like I watched. You know what's so great about Platform podcasts? Like, cause I watched them grow from like the beginning, and to see where the platform is now, it's definitely great to see, man. I'm glad to see them like growing and getting like different sponsorships and getting all types of different people on and stuff like that, man. It's really great to see, man. So I'm really happy for those boys and girls over there at the Platform Live, man. They definitely doing a lot of great stuff. And yo, shout out to everybody that came through, man. Thank you guys. Cyber Dragon, he came through. Who else came through? Oh yeah, Black Star Goat. Shout out to Black Star Goat for coming through, man. And for the lurkers, man, I definitely appreciate the lurkers, man. You guys are always appreciated, so thank you guys as well. I know people cook, take care of their kids or whatever while they listen to the podcast. So I do appreciate y'all as well. For those that are gonna be watching this later on, you guys are also appreciated. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys next Saturday, man, 11 a.m. Same time, same place. I'll holler at you guys. Peace, peace.